I says the Mabel I says, oh, hey guys, we're live, apparently. I didn't realize that was going to happen. But I'm PJ, this is Marcelo. Thank you for joining me, sir.
Oh no, thank you for having me as always.
Today we're gonna take a big old dump on this shitty show called no, I'm joking. Star Trek Strange New Worlds. You know what? It was good the first two seasons. First season was the best. I think the quality of the show is declining. This this season had some good episodes. I admit, episode 5 and 6 were probably my favorite, but it actually, for me, contains the four worst episodes of the season. We'll get into it. Uh, the finale really builds was really like built throughout the season through different through lines or ley lines, I should say. For me, it wasn't a completely satisfying conclusion, but just my general thoughts, and I'll pass it over to you, Marcelo. Just to go through the episodes real quick, it began with Hegemony Part 2, which was the conclusion to the Season 2 cliffhanger. Not bad, decent action. Don't really like what they did with the Gorn, but whatever. Wedding Bell Blues is the second episode, the first comedy episode, and it is what I call a pre-make. It's where a prequel does a remake of something that's already been, or like they pre-do it. They don't redo it; they pre-do it. So they have Trelane, I guess, in this episode, and they connect him to the Q finally, which we all kind of suspected. That's fine. Decent, funny episode. 3 was Shuttle to Kinfori. That's the zombie Klingon episode. I like the actual Klingons in the episode, which is not the zombies. Then you got Space Adventure Hour, which is the holodeck episode, directed by Jonathan Frakes, by the way, which is a parody slash homage to the original series, in which Paul Wesley does a very bad impression of William Shatner, and Anson Mount is funny, but a lot of people didn't like the way they depicted him as a Gene Roddenberry type. Then you get into the two best episodes, in my opinion, Through the Lens of Time. That involves the mission on Vadia 9 and the Salat Who Ate Its Tail, which is the episode where we see James Kirk take command of the
The frigate.
Farragut. Yeah. Then they got the documentary episode in episode 7, What is Starfleet? And though it's a decent story, it's unwatchable due to the way it's shot and presented. Then you get what I would say is the worst episode in 4.5 Vulcans. It's where Pike, on Chapel, and Uhura get turned into Vulcans, and Anson Mount, who apparently was imitating David Lynch from Twin Peaks and not Dan Aykroyd from Coneheads. Really bad, really embarrassing, crappy, cartoony episode that could only really fit in something like Lower Decks. Episode 9, Terrarium, is another pre-make. It's a pre-make of Arena, just like Wedding Bell Blues was a semi pre-make of the Squire of Gothos from TOS. A good episode, even though it's the most predictable one. Everything that happens you can see coming 2 steps away. Oh, this is going to be a Gorn. Oh, they're going to have to work together. So on and so forth. Even up to the end when La'an kills the Gorn. Episode 10, New Life, New Civilizations, is a sequel, I guess, to episode 5, Through the Lens of Time. Really goofy, overly sentimental, and I know some people really like the whole inner light sequence that happens in that. But Batel and becoming like the chosen one, the Sentry, and the timey-wimey bullshit, I'm just tired of it, and it just didn't work for me. So, yeah. that's my thoughts, episode by episode, as brief as I could be. Take it away.
Yeah, this season of Stranger Worlds was a really, really mixed bag for me. I had a really hard time figuring out what the through line of the season was going to be. And like PJ said, we didn't really get a clear line of what the through line of the season was going to be until we got to Through the Lens of Time, where we had the crew going into this cavern that had this alien being in it that somehow was connected to the Gorn. I thought that this season uh within itself was, for the most part, episode of the week, but episode of the week not done correctly. I thought that the writers should have put more hints in the episodes to actually to the grander storyline of the season, which is defeating the Gorn. At the end of the day, I really, really, really liked Wedding Bell Blues. I think it's one of the episodes from Stranger Worlds that, when the series is over, I'm going to sort of revisit it in years to come and just enjoy it for what it is. Shuttle to Confore was a really, really, really boring episode for me. I don't like the way that um TOS did zombies. Like that wasn't really interesting to me. I did find some likable things in A Space Adventure Hour. I did find it really interesting how um that episode was sort of parodying itself, like if you really look at it, that episode was Star Trek parodying was Star Trek making fun of itself. It was really, really nauseating and funny at some point, at some points. Yeah, like,
I thought
again,
Anson Mount was funny in that particular episode.
yeah, no,
Like he does
no, no,
comedy
no,
well, but
yeah,
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 but yeah, it was this parody that depending on how you viewed it, you took it the wrong way or took it the right way. And their intention
yeah,
wasn't to say "f you, Star Trekkers or fans." It was really an homage, but it's just Paul Wesley. I think brought people the wrong way. Anson Mount, fine. Paul Wesley was the one I think that probably threw some people for some people off.
right. No, like for me, the best part of that episode was seeing Anson Mount playing this exaggerated version or exaggerated cartoon version of Gene Roddenberry, and to see Anson Mount's dialogue be very, very reminiscent of some of the struggles that Gene Roddenberry had with the network early on in the days of in the days of TOS was fascinating. But then you would have like this hilarious, but then you would have this moment with the character that Ahura was playing, where she would say something really, really deep and something really, really meaningful about fandom and what it means to people. And I'm like, this is out of place. This doesn't belong here. This piece of dialogue is great, but it would have been better if it was in a different episode. And if it was in
It's too.
a and if it go ahead.
I was gonna say it's yeah. It's. I agree. It's too meta. It's too on the nose.
Right.
It's like, can you be that? Can you be any more obvious about what you're trying to say? It's like
Right.
it's sci-fi. They use that clip of her saying that in that Star Trek Day thing too. But yeah,
Yeah, they do.
but some people
Um
love that. They're like, oh yeah, that's a great thing. But yeah, it just comes across. I get the intention. It comes across as a little forced, a little like
right.
Strange New Worlds is a show that's so serious and good sometimes, but then they're like almost like winking at the camera and saying, we're a show and we know it." Even to the point last season they did an animated segment, and it's now there's
Oh,
we then there was a musical. Now we have Muppets coming up, and it's like, okay,
so we're gonna have Muppets. Not yet, but we're gonna have Muppets. No, look, but for me, the single worst, the single most nauseating episode for me to watch was "What Is Starfleet," which is basically Strange New Worlds trying to do trying to go down the route of like the mockumentary. Like that episode had so much potential, but I felt that it was sort of like I felt that it was robbed of any seriousness because of the fact that Erica's sister, I'm sorry, Erica's brother was trying to paint a picture of Starfleet that they were negative and that they were an organization that that was evil and didn't do what they preach basically. Like it was really really frustrating. Like oh my god, it was so frustrating.
And that
But I
floaty camera thing didn't help
Oh
either.
god, yeah. Yeah, the floaty camera bullshit. And the fact that there were various shots in that episode where you would see footage from behind the view screen and you would see footage from behind the screens on the bridge. I'm like, that is just fucking stupid. Like why couldn't they have like a regular filming crew like on the bridge following Erica's brother around filming everything? Like uh,
Well,
it just
it's a very independent film thing, and he's using one or two floaty camera things, plus using
right, the
security
drone,
footage from the bridge.
right.
And it's just
The episode
none of it goes together well visually. It's very distracting to watch.
the episode that I thought was okay for finale was episode 10. I really 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 liked how uh Captain Captain Pelia's sorry, Captain Patel's story wrapped up. I thought for half a second there that the entire I thought that Akiva Goldsman and I thought that Henry Alonso Myers lost their minds. Like that whole that whole inner light sort of sequence where Pike got a chance to see what his life with Captain Patel would have been. I thought they were I thought they retconned his death. I was like, wait a minute, they're not, and they are, what are they or aren't they? That was the most heartbreakingly beautiful, confusing thing that I've ever seen in Star Trek before. I'm like, what are you guys doing with this? I have no idea what you're doing. I like it, but I have no idea what you're doing.
I wonder
Um,
if he lived it like Picard did in the Inner Light. I mean, like
right.
Picard essentially, if you take into account the Inner Light,
That's a,
is almost 200 years old in terms of life experience. He's not only been Picard, but he's lived that life in that episode full on. Now I wonder, did Pike feel it that way, or was it like a dream, or just flashes of what it was going to be like? Who knows? But I kind of figured it was a false thing. Either timey wimey stuff was going to undo it, or it was going to be she's projecting. Because I'm sorry, but at the end when she has the Gary Mitchell eyes and the glowing hands, and she's like, "I'm the chosen one," and my my powers are activated because I have Illyrian and Gorn DNA, and that's the Gorn connection to the Vesda, these evil entities, which are ended up being like the big bad of the season. Uh, I just didn't. I didn't buy it. I didn't like it.
didn't buy it.
It was too
Yeah.
Marvel. It was too CW Marvel, kind of simple superhero ending.
Mm. No, I mean,
Gary Mitchell eyes
there.
and glowing hands. I'm getting deja
Yeah,
vu right now for some reason. I'm getting a strong sense of deja vu. Like I've had this exact conversation, which is impossible, but that's the timey wimey stuff, the predestination. The coolest thing in the last episode though is when he dissolves and she dissolves and they become the statue, and then you're like, oh, and you go back to episode 5 and you're like, that's what they meant by it's here, but it's not, because it's they're actually the statue, what they're seeing and how it's been there the whole time is actually from the future. I know Prodigy did it better with season 2, all that predestination paradox jive.
Ye yeah, no, but, every time somebody says Gary Mitchell to me now, all I see is that episode from Lower Decks, and I see Ransom floating and trying to work on his core by by lifting trees and shit like that. It's just some stupid shit. Um, yeah, I really wish that the writers would have gone in a different direction when it came to choosing the bad guys for the season, and I really really wish that they would have that they wouldn't have hearkened so much on the Gorn and their connection to the sort of the big bad this season. Look,
What
I
did you think
like
of episode 9 with the Gorn female and Ortega's stranded in that thing
you, you know
planet
what
wherever it
I
was?
you know what I like that episode, but to me it was very reminiscent of I don't know if you've seen this movie, PJ, but there's a movie called Enemy Mines.
Enemy
Yeah,
Mine, yeah,
it
with
was
Dennis
it
Quaid and
was
Lou Gossett Jr.
there you go. To me, it was very reminiscent of that, and it was also very reminiscent of an episode of Enterprise where Trip basically finds himself in that same situation. Uh, uh, um, stranded on a planet with the enemy, I believe, or being, I believe. But
There
it
was a
it
TNG
was
episode as well with Geordi and the Romulan.
and the Romulan, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a tale of
Uh,
two soulless time. That trope of you're stranded with an enemy and you have to team together. I mean, the next
mhm.
Superman movie is about that. I don't know if you've
Don't yeah,
heard,
yeah,
but
yeah. Don't get me started on
yeah,
that bullshit.
Lex and Superman got to team up.
Yep. Yeah. But I thought it was a really, really good episode for Erica Ortegas because if you can remember to last year, PJ, there were so many people complaining on the interwebs about we need more Erica, we need more Erica, we need more Erica, and I really think that the writers really took. I think that the writers put their best foot forward, and they really, really gave a chunky heavy storyline for the actor who plays Erica Ortegas to do. And I think she did a great job. Now, did I like her story and where it went? I like some of it, but I didn't like other parts of it. With that, um, I was kind of 50-50. Look, in summation, I I enjoyed this season, but I wasn't as I'm not as positive on this season as I was on season 2 or season 1.
Yeah, it's they're doing less like great like you've got yeah, I just remember liking season 1 better than any of them,
Mhm.
and it's not really lived up to that.
No,
Uh Children of the Comet and Ghosts of
sure.
Illyria, I think is another good one. But anyway, yeah, that Ortega's thing, they had to give her something because they set it up like she was traumatized in Hemegony Part 2 because she lost part of her hand. They don't really explain
Oh,
like
yeah,
how
that's
it
right.
was what that was it grown back like they're doing in the show now where they grow parts or is it mechanical? Who knows, whatever. But the emotional arc they give her but everything in that episode is like, okay, there's an enemy on this place that she's stranded. Bet you it's a Gorn. I even guessed that it was going to be a female Gorn. So I'm watching it. I was like, okay, it's going to seem like the Gorn's going to attack her, but it's really saving her. But she's still not going to stand. It's 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 something right out of the playbook of, and it just has so many tropes of that kind of thing where I've seen it so much. I just know what's going to happen. Of course, I like that they learn how to communicate. I like the animatronics, the practicality of Gorn. But I knew somebody that Gorn wasn't going to survive. It was either going to get killed on the planet. Didn't quite guess that Laan was going to shoot, but made perfect sense because I couldn't imagine that Gorn being beamed up and like walking around the corridors and hey, what's up? And then of course the Gorn comes out with Ortegas and Laan shoots first, and they set up the fact that she's gonna shoot first and ask questions later, kind of thing. Like, all right, it's fine. But then I was expecting, okay, give me really good now for the finale. And then it's really just a continuation of episode 5, which was a better episode, but whatever. But let's look forward to the 4th season because Akiva Colesman and Henry Alonzo Myers have talked about the biggest swings are happening in season 4. And one of them is the Muppet episode. And get this, it was during post production on season 4 or around there that Paramount said, I think we're done with this. And they kind of had to, they said, we'll give you a movie to wrap it up because you've already done season 4 now.
Oh,
But they negotiated for 6.
I I did not know that they gave Akiva Goldsman and Henry Alonso Myers the option of doing 6 episodes or a movie. I did not know that.
They wanted to save as much money, I guess, and say, we want to wrap this up now
Yep.
after season 4. And they're like, well, we got to continue it because we promised the fans we would tie it together, which, by the way, is bullshit. I'll explain why that's bullshit in a second.
Yeah.
But Paramount's like, yeah, we'll give you a movie to wrap it up. And David Ellison and all the people in Skydance now don't even want to go there. It's all theatrical. If it's going to do movies, it's going to be theatrical. It's going to be whatever. But anyway, so they
No, I
got
mean,
around. They're giving them 6 episodes to tie it in. But here's why that's not going to tie in. Another thing about season 3 that we didn't really talk about: the shoehorning in of Kirk. He tasks me. Every time I think he's not going to be there in the episode, he shows up. No, but I don't like Paul Wesley's Kirk. Like I said, he really sucked in episode 4, but oh my God. They're just finding every little excuse to have him in there, to the point in the finale when he does a freaking mind meld with Spock. Like, get out of here. Let's show him playing chess again. Because remember? It's these things. So it's like they're trying so hard to set up the next show when Pike's done and over with, which would be year 1. That even at the end, Spock says, maybe we'll serve together on the same ship. He might as well just say, and I guess we're going to get a spin-off soon, hey? Because that's what they're setting up. That's all they care about. It was half of their focus of this season was, let's set it up. And they weren't setting it up thinking that the show was canceled after 5 seasons. So
no,
this
I mean, yeah.
probably continues in season 4. You're probably going to see Kirk just keep fucking getting in there, and Pike's going to
Yeah.
be in his quarters cooking dinner or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy that you brought up the way that you feel about how Kirk has been shoehorned into the season, because I was going to ask you about that. I actually was really concerned about how Kirk was going to be handled way back when he was announced, way back when Paul Wesley was announced to be joining Strange New Worlds. I even did a video on it on my channel that you guys can go back and watch, where I said I don't want the show to become Captain Kirk and Captain Pike and his crew. And to me, that's what the show feels like every time Paul Wesley shows up. Now don't get it twisted, guys. I'm not blaming Paul Wesley. Paul Wesley to me is a fantastic actor that I grew up watching him. That I watched him for 8 years on The Vampire Diaries. Most of you watching probably don't know what the hell that show is, but I love Paul Wesley. But I really, really think that Henry Alonso Myers and Akiva Goldsman are shooting themselves in the foot, because the show that they wanted from day one was not a show about Pike and Number One and the Enterprise under his command. The show that they wanted a show about Kirk and Spock. And since they couldn't get that, they went to do a show about Pike and Number One and his whole time on the Enterprise before he ends up in a chair. Which,
Well, the pattern has been since, like, for 8 years now, since Discovery, is, hey, this is an independent show. It's about a different ship that's not the Enterprise. It's called Discovery. By the way, Michael Burnham, who I like as a character. I'm not a Michael Burnham hater by any stretch of the
Oh,
imagination, but
Michael is awesome.
they, she's the half sister of Spock, so Sarek's going to be a character and blah blah blah. Hey, and they said this early on. We're not doing the Pike Spock thing. We're not doing the Enterprise. This is going to be about the
Oh, yes, you are.
end of season 2. Let's bring in Pike and Spock, which was probably a smart move because it led to people demanding Strange
Strange
New
New World.
Worlds, and they got it. And in all fairness to Discovery, it lasted 3 seasons without those characters. So it lasted the majority of the show, not dependent on that, even though that's what happened in season 2. Then you get Strange New Worlds, and like right away, season 1 it wasn't so much, but then by season 2 and by season 3 it was even more. Kirk, and we got to find any
If
excuse to get him in there because we want to do the net. We're already got our eyes set on when this is done, and my philosophy should be like, if I was doing this, I wouldn't be worried about that. I'd be worried about your next 2 seasons, your next
yeah,
16
but
episodes.
yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. If if Henry Alonso Myers and Akiva Goldsman so badly wanted to do a Kirk spinoff with Paul Wesley and a Spock show, which uh which in all indications that's where we're headed, but we're not going to get there because of reasons. If they wanted to do that, they should have waited until season 4 to introduce Kirk. Introduce him in the final season. Introduce him in like the last 2 episodes of the show. Do this, do like 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 that would have been much more palatable to me. I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, remember in the menagerie, Kirk says, "I met Pike. The first time I met Pike is when he became fleet captain." And when we were
Right.
watching Strange New Worlds, remember in the first time we meet Kirk, it's the La'an thing, I think, and
Yes.
so he doesn't actually meet Pike in the
Nope.
first episode.
Mm-mm.
So when he finally does, that's when he becomes temporary fleet captain. So they use that as a canonical loophole to say, okay, earlier than we originally anticipated. That's fine to have him there every now and again. Well, yeah, they're really making a an obvious effort to put him in as much as they possibly can. I don't mind them bringing in TOS characters throughout the season, Scotty, and I guess who might be next. Who knows? By the way, this season they didn't do Spock's brother, which we thought
Oh
it
yeah,
would be canon breaking to have him be on the Enterprise pre
yeah.
Star Trek
Uh,
5, but they're
no,
gonna do
I think
something maybe that with that in season 4. Who knows? They might not even go back to it. But I expected because he was teased in
Cyber.
season 2, right? Cyber. No, he
Mhm.
was teased in
Yeah.
season 1.
Was he? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
the Serene Squall. I think
Oh yeah, that's
they
right.
show him at the
That's
end
right.
in the
That's
prison or
right.
the mental hospital or something. I don't know.
The pirates. Yeah, the
He
pirate.
his wife was the one that took over the ship.
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
I miss T'Pring. Yeah, didn't know I would like her
T'Pring
so much.
to T'Pring was cool, but T'Pring didn't stand a chance against my girl Christine Chapel. Oh, I'm so happy I
Chapel.
said that. Yeah. I really like the way, well, I feel like I've been shitting on the season so much. So I will say a couple positive things that I mildly enjoyed about this season. I like the relationship. I like the way that the writers tied up the relationship between the romantic relationship between between Spock and Christine. I thought that was really cool, and I like them sort of playing around with the relationship between Spock and La'an. I'm interested to see where that goes. Yeah, but I thought that was pretty well done. Again, two positive things in a sea of just
It, yeah, it's depending on what episode, it could be a serious sci-fi drama, and it could be a farce,
yeah.
uh, or a parody.
Yeah. Mhm.
Self, I mean, A lot of people like that crossover from last season with Lower Decks.
Oh, that was
It's just too silly. It's just
yeah.
meta as hell, and it's like I think Strange New Worlds tries to be like Lower Decks a little too much and doesn't fit.
Yeah, no, I would much rather prefer if Strange New Worlds was took a book from the original series and actually tried to do a season where they were completely serious with funny moments. I I think that they would do better that way. Again, if they went down that direction, I think they would possibly think that they were getting too close to Discovery.
I think some of these writers and creators also have a view of TOS that you could do a reel,
Doesn't
just a
it?
clip show of the most absurd moments of that show, and it
Moments.
would just seem like this show isn't serious at all. It is a farce. It is a comedy. It is too silly. I mean,
Nope.
there's a guy riding Kirk like a horse in one episode. There's so much to go back and say that was silly. So we can do it now in the modern era. So we can have the serious, but they're not looking at it through the lens that I do, where it's like I put that in the time in which it was made. Yes, it's going to look a little cheesy, a little foolish, but it was sincere at its core. And I find some of these episodes of Stranger Worlds, like 4.5 Vulcans, I can see the creators and the people making it having fun, like Jordan Canning, good old Newfoundlander, directing Star Trek. I'm proud of that fact. And she did really well with Wedding Bell Blues. But TV directors have to follow a mandate, and they just made that episode too silly, and they didn't hold back. And it
No.
rubbed, and I'm surprised at how much it rubbed people the wrong way.
They oh my
And how
god,
this
they
trope about Vulcans are just fucking racist pricks, and that's the only thing that they are. It's like, what about T'Pring? T'Pring was a compassionate, loving, like sweet Vulcan who
individual,
helped
yeah.
prison criminals and the clinically insane or whatever the fuck. So she had a good heart, but she was still like stoic and kept her emotions in check. So I don't agree with the idea. Like the Archer thing. If you go back and watch Enterprise, he really doesn't like Vulcans. He thinks they're all arrogant pricks. But
Yeah.
really, what he's dealing with are Vulcans in positions of power and authority. So we really don't get to know like the people. And I can't imagine they're all sitting around going stewing over Spock being half human and how shitty that is. Even though in this season it's talked about in What a Starfleet. He had a friend, and his parents said don't associate with him because he's half human. And I just think like in a lot of these species, like Klingons aren't just warriors. There's farmers. There's scientists. Even in Starfleet Academy, there's a Klingon medical dude who has no interest in the warrior side of it and whatnot. It's okay to explore. The only thing I didn't like was Vulcan gangsters in Picard season 3. Not that I was against, but they just it seems really corny.
I actually
When it's not that
I
it has to be done right. If you're gonna do
yeah,
variations on the species,
I think I blocked that out. Yeah, yeah, I must have blocked it out because I don't remember that at all. But I'm gonna take your
Vulcan
word for it.
Vulcan street toughs.
Okay, Vulcan Street.
Come on, give me your money, see? And they all start dancing and going like this. And it's like West Side Story.
What are they? Like, what side do you think the Vulcans land on? Are they with the Jets or are they with the Sharks? Like,
I've full disclosure, I've never seen West Side Story, so I'm
oh,
not familiar with the gangs. I
you
just know
should.
that they go like this a lot on the streets, and
Yeah, yeah.
they haul out a knife and they go, "I'm gonna stick you," or something. I don't.
I'm gonna stick you. Well, yeah. If you see West Side
I'm gonna
Story,
stick
I
you, she.
recommend.
That's how I imagine everybody in every old movie. It's like Shane,
Yeah.
like James
See,
Cagney for some reason, or
yeah.
Caesar. What's the other guy? Caesar.
Caesar, not Caesar Romero.
I don't know if it's Caesar Ramon. There's some old gangster guy who used to talk like this.
Yeah.
Shane. Fucking
Mhm.
Chief Wiggum is based on him. I
Yeah.
don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
Little
Yeah.
Caesar. I don't know.
No. No, but just real quick note: if you ever want to see West Side Story, I recommend the Spielberg version. That's a great film.
The what?
If you ever want to see West Side Story, I recommend
Oh yeah, yeah,
the newer version with Spielberg.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's on Disney Plus.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I think so. Um, no, but I have a I have a big question for you. So, in the next season, do you think that we're going to get any more legacy characters on the Enterprise? Like, do you think we're going to get a Sulu? Do you think that we're going to get a Bones? Maybe.
Well, Mbega has to be sidetracked somehow.
Yeah, he's
By the
going
way,
to
I
be.
didn't really like where they went with it. They didn't give Mbega any good stuff this season.
Not really.
Yeah, he's like battled to Kanfori and whatever. Fine. Then
He was
it
kind of.
gets into. He was good in episode 5. Episode 5 was the highlight, I think. But
Yeah,
then
but
in the
he was kind of just
finale,
there.
when he's like, yeah. But in the finale, he's like, I was meant to be here. My life story's on the tablet, and I'm here to open the door. And I'm like, the mental hoops and gymnastics they have to do to figure out, like, how did Gamble with the demon entity beam light years away? They used interdimensional ley lines. And Kirk's like, yeah, I know all about that. I was like, the jargon was like just really. It's like they had a plan for what was supposed to points that were supposed to happen. We need to get to a point where Patel uses her superpowers against evil Gamble, and they both turn into the statue. How do we get there? And it's like, well, the entity was in the transporter, but Gamble was killed. So what if his pattern? By the way, that's that's concerning, isn't it? Somebody
That's very
dies,
concerning.
you can just rebuild them. Why haven't they done that more often? Oh,
Yeah,
somebody
right.
died in a mission. A right shirt died. We'll just use his transporter pattern that he just, that's still fresh in the buffer.
Yeah,
I don't know. You can
that's
rebuild it.
that, yeah.
You're already
I
being
mean that's
rebuilt anyway.
yeah. Look. To 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 defend the Strange New Worlds writers, I will say that that's how they brought back Picard in one episode. Remember, they actually rebuilt him through his pattern in the through his DNA pattern in the transporter buffer. I don't remember the name of the episode, but Dr. Pulaski had that idea. It's in season 2, I think.
I think you're talking about Pulaski because Pulaski was aging
Am I talking about?
rapidly and they couldn't find a
Oh,
way to stop it. And they said, well, she's
oh
going to
shit!
die she's going to die in a minute. So I don't know
Oh
who had
shit!
the
I'm not.
idea, if it was her or Jordy or so whoever fuck else. But they're like,
I,
let's just use her pattern from before she was infected with the old virus, the aging
Mhm.
virus, and it's cured. And then you're like thinking, well, Jesus, anybody who had anything wrong, boom, I lost a leg or something happened to me. Well, when you come
Mhm.
back through the transporter, it just adds back on that part of you that was missing or destroyed, like Ortega's didn't have half a hand. Well, transporter buffer records had that part. So any kinds of things they could do with the transporter, they could be really innovative, but they don't go there because it opens such a can of worms. You could solve so many physical problems. I mean, Tuvix was a transporter accident that they
yeah. Let's
solved
not go into that. Yeah,
with the transporter.
yeah. Tuvix,
Like
good lord.
Scotty was stuck in the buffer for 70 years, something like that.
Oh yeah,
And
that's right. This guy was stuck in a buffer for 70 years. But
that's
but
where I first noticed a break in Star Trek canon.
oh really? Oh
Because when I went to see Generations and Kirk dies or goes missing, I said, "Hey, wait a second. Scotty sees him after the fact." So because when he was in TNG, he's like, "Yeah, I just talked to Kirk." So Kirk's still alive when Scotty goes missing. So it didn't make sense
yeah.
canonically. was like, oh,
But
it's not perfect. It is going to bump up against itself in
yep.
terms of canon
But
over the years.
yeah, but no franchise is perfect with canon. I mean, yeah. But hey, yeah,
But
I like I don't know where Stranger World is gonna go in season 4, but I'm really, really, really uh not nervous, but I'm just very spectacle. I'm very cautious about how season 4 is gonna do and how it's gonna look.
I think season four, now, this is not entirely serious, but I think season 4 of Strange New Worlds is going to have 4 half decent, okay, that was all right episodes. Meh, you could say mid. I hate saying that, but
Mid,
anyway,
right?
then you're going to have 4 really bad episodes. Maybe 1 or 2 of them are going to be the worst of the season. And then out of those, the remaining 2, 2 good, 2 really good ones, probably.
Two bangers, right?
2 bangers.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
they did 3 or 4 good episodes in season 1 that I would go back and watch. 2, 2 or 3 in season 2, and just the 2 in season 4 that I really thought were good were episode 5 and 6. Everything else is bad to mid, and it
Mhm.
needs to be better than that. I mean, you only have 10 episodes, guys. Like, throw out all the bad ideas or the ideas that you're not sure of, but I'm sure they think all of what they put out is delightful and great, and
No, I
they
know.
the
I
people who
mean,
are making it seem to love what they're doing. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, I mean, the one thing that PG and I can say is that, eh, I'm not trying to say that the Strange New Worlds writers aren't trying or they're not passionate about what they're doing because they clearly are. But what they're doing for this fan and for PJ, in a lot of instances, doesn't work. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, I just hope that they find a better mix for season 4.
And the finale for me, I know you liked it. I know you do,
Yeah, it was
and
all right.
I'm glad there are people that do. But it was just such a letdown. And the final note on that season finale, uh, poor Gamble. He got killed, and his body was just used to do evil. And by
A
the way,
petri
what's
dish,
the
right? Yeah.
fucking obsession? What's the goddamn obsession with eye violence in this franchise?
Oh
They're
yeah,
like
with
James
yeah,
Gunn is like that too. James Gunn loves his eye violence as well, and Alien
yeah.
Earth has a eye violence, and
No,
just a lot
no,
of people.
no,
People,
in Alien Earth, they have an eyeball.
yeah.
Yeah,
But in the finale, Gamble commands his followers to gouge their eyes out. And I'm like, God, man, this since for the past 8 years, they're just poking people's eyes in this franchise. They just love it.
mm, yeah, yeah.
Exploding eyes, poking eyes, gouging eyes, pulling eyes out. Like, fuck. Stop it.
Enough. Yeah, yeah. Enough with the Ivan Hans guys. No, I like I really felt bad for the character of Gamble because I didn't get enough time for me to care about Gamble in the first place. Like, uh, if you build a villain really, really well and correctly, you're supposed to empathize with him and you're supposed to care. You're supposed to understand where he's coming from. And Gamble to me was just like a mustache twirling villain that I had no doubt that Captain Patel was going to take him down in whatever way she could because I was like, Gamble is just a whiny, a, a whiny vessel of a human being that's been taken over by an entity, and I don't care. I'm supposed to care, and I just don't.
And his dialogue as the evil entity, like you cannot stop me. And it's like this basic bitch shit. And it's like I don't fear you. You're not intimidating. I know they're gonna defeat you. It's like you're not really there's nothing he was scarier in episode 5. He was actually
Yeah, he
really
was.
good as that villainous character in episode 5. But
Right.
what they did with the Gorn, like they said, we just want to make the Gorn monsters. And then in episode 9, they kind of went back on that in a good way by having an empathetic character in the Gorn pilot.
Right. Right.
But with Gamble, it's like it is that generic, all-powerful, wizard-like magical villain who gets defeated by the magical chosen one. It's like it's like the end of superhero movies, I find, where it's like, I'm liking this, but at the end it's just this blur of rays and bullshit that it's never intellectual. It's just the power of the Gary Mitchell eyes or something. I don't know what was going on with her eyes. Was that supposed to be a direct tie to the Man Trap? I'm not sure. It's like the
I
Inner
have
Light
no
stuff.
idea.
Is that supposed to be just like the Inner Light, where both Patel and Pike actually lived those years, and then all of a sudden they go back to the climax? Like, I don't. It's unclear, and it's
No,
all well
yeah,
done, beautifully shot, sentimental, acted well. Music is great. I get how people buy into it, but it's all just a little much, and none of it
yeah,
really makes any
it's
logical
too
sense.
much, don't you think?
Maybe
No, but I'm
Shippo
no, but
Man.
I'm yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but I wonder if in season 4 they're gonna call back to that Inner Light sequence with Pike and Captain Patel. I wonder if that promise of a life that he could have had with Patel is going to weigh on him in any way. Probably not. Um, but I'm wondering if they're gonna reference that again.
It was kind of sweet at the end when he's all weirded out, depressed, whatever he is. He's just not completely recovered. How the
I know,
crew is really sympathetic toward him because he is an empathetic captain. He's a captain that's lenient, and even his first officer was much more strict than he is. So he's the nice guy captain, the daddy captain, as some people would say.
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, and it's kind of sweet at the end. You feel bad for him, and
you do. No,
I
no,
just
no, no, especially when he sits in the chair and that look that he has on his face is just really, really, really. It's it really looks like he's broken down and defeated. Actually,
it's like, all right, better take us out. Go as fast as you want. He's like, but
yeah,
daddy, say the words. It's like, no, I'm not in the
no,
fucking mood. Leave me alone.
not in the mood, not in the
And
mood now.
number one's like, you want some Illyrian blood and make you a sentry? And it's just, that's what people should do from this. Like, I can't defeat my enemy. Psst, some
Illyrian
corn
blood.
blood.
Yeah,
Psst, some Illyrian blood.
yeah.
I have Gary Mitchell hands and eyes.
Okay, Mitchell. That's funny. No, I mean, yeah, this season finale to me was the weakest season finale that they've had. Despite me liking all the emotional beats with Captain Pike and Captain Patel, but I like like I said in my opening comments, I don't know if that whole Inner Light sequence saved Pike from his fate. I don't know. I don't know.
Clearly, he's going to go and melt in the thing, and
Yeah, yeah, he's gonna go melted.
I hope they don't go there by the end. Like they don't show the end. I think the last time
No,
we
then
see him, he
no.
should be going off to wherever he's going, and that should be it. We don't need
That
to
should
see it.
be
We saw it Discovery, so
no, but I don't
we
no,
saw
but I don't think
glimpses of it.
yeah, I don't think we're gonna actually see him be put in the chair. I think you're right. We're gonna see him go off and have to deal with that situation, but that's the last time we're gonna see him.
Yeah, I don't know if the creators said this, but I think the last like shot will be maybe a cross between Pike showing up at the training thing mixed with Kirk sitting in the chair as the new captain, and that like
That'll
Taboli,
be
and he's probably gonna say space the final frontier. The something. It's gonna be very winky. Can't.
yeah.
It's like, by the way, catch us in our new show, Star Trek Year One, where I swear we won't remake TOS.
Oh no, that's what you're gonna do. Shut up. Oh
Okay.
my god.
I
God
I want to
bless.
thank you for joining me, Marcel. But if you would indulge me, you can turn your camera off for this because I'm going to share my screen. Before we go, just for fun, because this year hasn't been really great for movies, and I just thought, like, maybe just briefly, we can talk about the movies of 2026 that are probably
Sure.
subject for change. And Mortal Kombat, by the way, got moved, which really pissed me off because it was the only movie I was going to go see besides Downton Abbey, the grand finale. But anyway, uh,
You know what? I'm really excited about Mortal Kombat, but I was surprised that it got delayed and moved.
yeah, it's maybe they need to work on those special effects because that was probably the worst thing about the trailer is that, uh,
The special effects were
yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Okay, Soulmate, don't know what that is. Primate, don't know what that is. The only thing I can see in January that's of any note is 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Have you seen 28 Years Later?
Not yet. Not yet.
So,
The
anybody just joining us now, we've already talked about Strange New Worlds, and before we leave, we're just going to briefly go over the movies of 2026 just for fun. Yeah, go
Yep,
ahead,
just for
Marcelo.
fun.
Sorry, I cut you off.
No, but I haven't seen the new 28 Years Later, but I did see the original film way back in the day.
Yeah, I did. So did I, and it was very blurry on that big screen. I was like,
Yeah.
this is digital filmmaking, and
Yeah,
luckily
yeah,
it
yeah.
improved. But yeah, that original
Yeah,
movie is really good. I have no interest in the franchise. I saw the 28 Weeks Later, which actually scared me. It's one of those movies I can't watch again because it actually
really?
makes me very uncomfortable. It's just one
Oh.
like the blood vomiting really gets
Oh,
to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Uh Return to Silent Hill, who cares? But let's go to February. We're gonna get through this. Wuthering
Yep.
Heights, Margot Robbie, Jacob Elordi. The trailer just came out for that. It doesn't interest me, but it looks like something that could have legs. Oh, by the way, Shazad Latif from Star Trek Discovery is also in it.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for coming I saw the trailer for that. I'm interested in that because in my heart I'm a romantic softie, so that's something that I may check out.
I like the song Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that one.
No.
Yeah, Scream 7 also in February.
Woohoo!
This
I'm
movie has
gonna
had controversy because the last woman to
yeah,
star in it got fired and they had to
fired
redo
for a
the whole movie.
ridiculous reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the original director left, and
Mhm.
they're not only
No, no,
bringing
no.
back Nev Campbell, but Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
Uh,
And, yeah, no, but like for me, this is the most anticipated movie of next year for me. I will be at the screening with bells on, guys. Like I cannot wait for the new Scream movie.
I've seen every Scream movie in theaters since part three, I think.
Mhm.
So
Uh,
yeah, I'm always interested in it. Like Nev Campbell's coming back, also David Arquette somehow, and somehow
oh,
also Matthew Lillard
yep,
could be in
and also
flashbacks.
yeah, and also
But
Scott Foley as well.
Scott
No, no,
Foley,
not
yes, Scott
yeah,
Foley, yes. Oh
Scott,
yeah,
yeah,
he's the
Scott Foley.
killer from Scream 3. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's Roman.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but probably flashbacks.
In March, the Disney movie Hoppers, kids animated movie. I'm not really
I have no,
interested in it.
I have no idea what that is.
But Maggie Gyllenhaal is coming out with The Bride with Christian Bale and Penelope
As
Cruz.
Frankenstein?
I believe Christian Bale is Frankenstein. Yeah,
Yeah. That's not look, that sounds very, very interesting, but I'm more excited about the Frankenstein that we're gonna get this year. Benicio del Toro's version of it.
who plays Frankenstein in that?
I know that Oscar Isaac is Dr. Frankenstein, but I don't know who
Oh,
actually plays
Frankenstein's
Frankenstein.
monster. Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know who plays, the Frankenstein's monster in Del Toro's version. Unfortunately, I don't know.
On the 20th of March, it's Project Hail Mary.
I'm very excited about this because this is from this is an adaptation from the same author that um, wrote The Martian, and it just looks really really cool. It looks like hopeful sci-fi.
Hopefully, it's hopeful. I have heard things. I've heard things.
Okay, you've
But yeah,
heard
there's a
things.
little alien he's with and stuff. I don't know. It's up in the
Uh,
air for me. It could be amazing, and it could completely fall flat.
or it
Who
could be
knows?
awful. Yeah, who knows? Is that a
Uh,
Tyler Perry
th-
movie? Yeah, it
Trey
is.
Parker, an untitled Trey Parker film.
Okay, Trey Parker. Okay, all right.
I think he's making it with the rapper, some rapper. I forget his name.
Okay.
I don't know anything about the Dog Stars. Ridley Scott is directing it. Jacob Elordi is starring again. Man, he's
Oh,
getting a career on his back. Like he's appearing in a lot
yeah,
of things.
yeah.
Jumping to April, they just named this and they just released a teaser for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. $1 billion hit, first $1 billion movie of 2026, guaranteed.
Yeah. I mean, uh, Super Mario Brothers. That first one was amazing, and that movie just had all gas and no brakes, man. It just kept going and going and going. The first movie did.
Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. Didn't see the first one, but it has like
I'm excited
a
about that.
decent
I'm
cult
excited about
following.
that. Yeah, I'm very excited about that as well because I in generally do not like Radio Silence because of the way that they fucked up Scream. But anything else that Radio Silence does that's not Scream, I tend to show up for. And Ready or Not, the first one, is a fantastic horror comedy film. It's great.
I know there's a Newfoundlander in the first one. Uh,
There
I want to see how much Ready or Not 1 made. Oh, 57 million on a $6 million budget. That's pretty good.
that's pretty
The
good.
Newfoundlander I'm talking about is Mark O'Brien.
Oh yeah,
He
it's
was
Dick in the movie. Yeah, he plays it.
he was in a movie with Tatiana Maslany, like way back, called Grown Up Movie Star.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back. The Mummy. Bloomhouse is doing the monsters. They kind of failed with the Wolfman. I don't know if
Oh
this is going
yeah,
to be
no,
any good.
no. Yeah, with the Wolfman, they failed. They crashed and burned with that shit. Oh, that's awful.
And I know I'm skipping over movies here. It's just a lot of them
It's
I
okay.
don't really have any awareness of. But going into May now, May should be the fucking part of the year where you get the bangers. The bangers start coming out. And lately, man, like we're only getting a few big movies a year at most. It's not like it was pre-pandemic, but The Devil Wears
Nope.
Prada 2 has potential to be like a big hit. Uh,
Yeah, I mean,
what did the first
don't
one
shoot
make,
me.
Gunnar?
Yeah, don't shoot me, guys. But I've never seen the original Devil Wears Prada. I should. I probably should.
Wow. On a 35 to $41 million budget, it made 326.7
1,000.
million, which
Oh my
means the
god.
sequel could be like more. It could be like
Jeez.
this could be a $500 million movie if you're being really optimistic about it.
Oh my god. That's a lot of money. Jeez.
Crazy. And then Mortal Kombat 2. How well this is going to do, who knows? It's going to have a cult. There's going to be people just are going to go see this no matter what, but I
Yeah.
don't know the broad appeal of it.
Yeah. Does the first Mortal Kombat and I mean the first Mortal Kombat by the new Mortal Kombat, does that have like a fan following as well?
It's it's had mixed reviews, but it's true to the spirit of the game in terms of visuals and violence. And if they up the game this time around, by the way, the first one was released simultaneously in theaters and on Max during that whole period
Oh
during
yeah, the
COVID.
pan yeah,
So it didn't
yeah, the
really have a
COVID
chance.
thing, yeah.
We didn't really have the chance to see what that could make. Didn't
Mhm.
make much. The first one didn't make much, and I'm surprised that there's even a sequel. But there you go. Hopefully, it does
Mhm.
well. It stars this time around Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. So
Hmm.
there's a comedic element to it.
Element to it, yeah.
And here, a lot of people are underestimating this film. I believe this is going to be the second billion-dollar film of the
Huh.
year. The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Grogu. Yeah.
Grogu.
I mean, hey, we haven't had a movie. We haven't had a traditional Star Wars movie on our big screens in about 6 years. So hey, I'm just happy to see Star Wars on the big screen. I don't listen. I don't have any preconceived notions about how the film is going to do, but I know it's going to be big. But I just don't know how big.
Yeah, I'm being very optimistic because the attitude toward Star Wars now is a little fractured. So a lot of
Yep.
people are very unsatisfied with the way things are going. And yeah, it's like 7 years since the last movie in
Hmm.
theaters. So maybe people are going to be hungry enough for a new Star Wars movie that it does well. And guess what? If the movie's really fucking good, it's probably going to have legs.
Yeah.
Then again,
Yeah.
if it just seems like an extended episode of the series, it can't be that. It has to be like 2 or 3 times that to have any kind of impact.
Yeah, and I honestly think that this movie is going to conclude the series. I don't think they're going to come back for another season. I think this movie is going to be it.
Well, if it does well enough, you're going to see the Mandalorian and Grogu part two.
Right.
They'll never go back to TV. It will be like, well, if we can make money off it, and half of it's going to be on the power of Grogu, that cute little toy that
Right.
took
That
over the
cute little
market when the
goddamn
show
thing.
came out, right?
Hmm.
And Grogu's going to do a lot more things in the movie that we haven't seen
Yep.
before.
He's probably gonna yield a lightsaber or something like that. You know, I say that now. I say that now jokingly, but watch, it's gonna happen.
Travis Knight is directing the Masters of the Universe, which is visually going to be very close to the 80s cartoon or the 2003 cartoon, if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah. I feel that uh Masters of the Universe movie is a movie that I've been hearing about for years because I've been in the YouTube space. Christian Harloff has been talking about it for years. John Campia, someone that you and I watch, has been talking about it for years. So I'm just excited to see this movie finally come out for those folks.
Yeah, and it will be like 29 years since the last movie, which was starred Courtney Cox,
And London, right? I think
yeah, Dolph Lundgren, and Lundgren. I don't know. Who's the
Lundgren.
guy who played Tom Paris? Why I can I not
Oh,
remember his name?
that's
Robert Duncan McNeil. Is it?
Robert Duncan McGill.
We'll just
Is
say
is
that.
he
Let's say
is
that's
he
his
in that
name.
movie?
He's in the 1987 version. Yeah,
Oh my
he
god.
plays Courtney Cox's boyfriend.
Oh wow. No, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Perhaps I should go revisit that movie just for shits and giggles or something like that.
Frank Langella is Skeletor.
A Skeletor, yeah.
It's a good little cult movie. I gotta say, it's fun to watch.
Mm.
If only for Dolph Lundgren's acting, which is horrendous. It's some of the
Horror.
worst lead character acting you will ever see in a film on that scale. Like he's
Mm.
just there's one point where he's supposed to say "let her go," and he's supposed to say it with gravitas and passion and like desperation almost. It's really meant to be said like "let her go," like really.
Right.
You know how he says it? He goes "let her go," like he's
Oh
just.
my
It's like
god.
he can't. And to be fair, he was learning
Young,
English.
right? Learning English
Yeah,
at the time.
his lines were like delivered phonetically, I suppose, or they
Phonetically,
were
yeah, yeah,
they were
yeah.
learned phonetically. So
Oh my
the
god.
cadence is off and everything he says. It's just I don't fucking know, man.
Doesn't
He
work.
sucks, but it's so fun to watch.
Mm.
Uh, Scary Movie 6. The fucking Wayans are coming back after all these
Yeah,
years.
yeah. The fact that
Although Keenan
look,
Ivory Wayans is not directing it.
who is that?
Michael Tids. I don't know who that is.
Michael
Let's see.
Kids. Who is
Yeah, he
that?
directed A Haunted House and Haunted House 2,
Oh,
which
okay,
starred
okay.
Marlon Wayans. That I think they were those straight to
Oh,
video kind of.
no, okay.
They're gonna parody like all the modern stuff, like Get Out, and like all the stuff
Yeah,
we've
and
seen
all
the
the
past
Scream,
10 years.
and obviously the Scream movies as well.
Yeah, which they were originally.
Right,
That
parodies
was the
of.
original thing that they parodied. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially the first one,
Yep.
and then the third one they did more of a poltergeist thing, and
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't they do a whole section on like paranormal activity or something? But
I don't know. Yeah,
no.
yeah, I'm sure they did in part 4 or 5 or something.
Right.
By the way, this untitled Steven Spielberg film, I'm not going to talk about because I don't even know what it is. There hasn't been any kind of information on it at all, really.
It's probably gonna be an alien movie.
Could be delayed for all we know.
No.
Uh, your second or third guaranteed $1 billion movie right here, Toy Story
Yep.
5.
Toy Story 5. Woo! Look, yeah, I listen, I love Toy Story, so I'm definitely gonna go. I'm definitely gonna enjoy that one as well.
This time, the whole movie is about kids who don't play with toys because they're on their phones.
Yeah, they're on their phone and shit.
So the toys rise up and revolt against the humans, and that's not what it is.
No.
So yeah, June is pretty stacked. I know Mortal Kombat will probably be number one. It's going to be knocked out by Mandalorian Grogu,
Yeah.
and I think Mandalorian Grogu is going to stay number one until Toy Story 5. I think it's going to dominate most of June.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Masters
Yeah,
of
I
the
think
Universe has
that.
a chance of taking over if it's
Mm.
really, really good, but who knows?
No, but I think that Toy Story is going to clean the floor with most of its competition for at least a while.
I know the next one is not going to make $1 billion.
Nope.
Supergirl, drunken
You know what?
Supergirl.
Yeah. Look, I'm very, very interested what they're going to do with her because I had a lot of problems with James Gunn's Superman. So I mean, I'll leave it there because I don't want to, whine as we're winding down the stream, but I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I don't know about this new DC universe. I'm more interested in the Batman 2 than anything else, or a continuation of Penguin.
Mm.
Uh, Here we have another.
Ugh.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be $1 billion. It's got to be like these Minion
Yeah,
Despicable Me things.
everybody loves Minions, dude. Can't go wrong with the Minions.
Let's.
How much
Where am
money?
I
How
to?
much?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, how much money did the last Minion movies make?
the
I
last
guess.
one made 940, so it didn't crack $1 billion.
No. Okay.
That was the second Minions. The 2015 original Minions did do
Ooh.
1.159.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Uh, the live
That was
action
like
Moana in July as well.
ah that that's gonna make a hefty buck or two.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest year in a while for $1 billion
For the whole.
potentials.
Yeah,
Moana's
and
probably going
also
to do it, even more than Minions 3. I
yeah,
think Moana's on the.
and also that movie down there, from this guy Christopher Nolan's gonna make a pretty penny as well.
Yeah, tickets sold out already.
That's
For every
ridiculous.
showing that's booked now over a year in advance, sold the frick out. I looked,
That is
I'm like, wow, the
ridiculous.
theater is actually doing this. They're booking it in a year in advance, and
Those,
people just like,
oh
I'm
my
getting it.
gosh.
Well, look, the cast: Matt Damon, Tom Holland,
Yeah,
Anne Hathaway,
Anne Hathaway,
Zendaya,
Zendaya.
Lupita Nyong'o,
Oh my god.
Robert Pattinson,
Jesus.
Charlize Theron,
Oh my
John
god.
Bernthal, Benny Safdie. Don't really know him.
Oh,
John
yeah.
Leguizamo,
Oh
Elliot
shit.
Page,
Yeah.
Himesh Patel. Who
Oh my god.
I know him from that movie Yesterday, which is a very good indie movie.
Very good movie.
Mia Goth, who's coming up in the world,
Mia Goth. Where'd it go, girl?
and Corey Antonio Hawkins, who I know from The Walking Dead more than anything. He also played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
Stacked fucking cast, dude.
Very fast,
This
man.
movie's probably gonna be
It's probably
the
good.
biggest. I
Yep.
think this is gonna be the big one of the year, or at least of the
Mhm.
summer.
Mm.
Evil Dead Burn is coming back. Don't really care
Cool.
about the Evil Dead anymore. Dude, here's another guaranteed $1 billion movie. Fucking Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now all of these
Um,
releases are subject to change. They are filming this pretty
yep.
fucking fast.
Yeah. Alright, but
So
yeah, but, Spider-Man Brand New Day isn't that currently filming now? I think.
yeah, it's been filming for weeks now, and it features John Bernthal as
That's funny.
Punisher. It also has Mark Ruffalo in there,
Oh, cool.
and Sadie
Perhaps.
Sink is playing
Yep.
Gwen Stacy, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I heard of.
So that movie at the end of July is going to dominate for weeks and weeks
And
and
yeah,
weeks.
and
Probably,
also
probably the whole month of August because there's nothing coming out in August right now that's of
yeah,
any note
and al
besides Coyote versus Acme, and that's not going to do shit.
yeah, also if you scroll up a little bit, there's a Bad Robot film coming out. Um,
Bad
yeah,
Robot.
yeah, it's right there. Uh, it's right there,
Oh,
right there.
Flower Vale Street.
Yep, yeah, my boy. This is J.J. Abrams. That's his new film. I'm excited about it. It's look, it's it's probably not going to make a lot of money, but I'm excited about it because it's the first time that JJ has stepped in front of the camera since oh my god, that
J.J.
horrendous
Abrams is not directing this. It's
he's not, oh he's not.
David Robert Mitchell. I don't think
Oh
J.J.
dear,
Abrams has anything. I think he's done, and like he hasn't directed anything in a while, has he?
no,
I think he's.
but
I think he's
apparently,
not doing the directing thing anymore. At least not that I know of.
mm,
He wanted to do Superman with
yeah,
Michael B. Jordan.
he did,
I don't know what else he
but
wanted to do that didn't come to
that
fruition.
went nowhere. Uh,
This Coyote versus Acme thing was something that they shelved and that they weren't going to release, and then Ketchup
yeah,
Entertainment.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, you're
I'm
probably going to
excited.
be one of the few who do go and actually see it.
I'll definitely go check it out.
Because if the last Looney Tunes movie proved anything, this is that people aren't that interested.
Yeah. People unfortunately have lost their sense of wonder. That's why they don't watch Looney Tunes anymore.
In September, we have Clayface. I like the
Huh,
character and I like the Batman animated series episodes featuring him.
cool.
Don't care a wink about no Clayface movie.
No, look. I'm excited about it because Mike Flanagan's going to be writing it, so I'm excited for that reason and that reason alone.
Okay.
I am.
Hopefully it's good.
Hopefully.
I don't know if it's part of the new DCU or it's its own thing.
No, I think it's actually going to be the first DC. No, it's going to be like the second DCEU film that goes into the Elseworlds label.
Mm,
Yeah,
perhaps.
possibly.
Practical Magic 2 is written by partially written by Kiva Goldsman. And it's a
Oh my
sequel to
god.
that old movie from years ago. Never saw it, never cared.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I really enjoyed Practical Magic, so I'm kind of excited for this as well. I'm finding out here, guys, that I'm more excited about a lot of films that are coming out next year.
It's kind of winding down because getting into October,
Yep.
you have like The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender, which is an animated sequel to the animated series The Last Airbender.
Yep.
Not my
Mhm.
thing. I'm sure
No.
it's gonna make its nut for whatever it is.
Yep. Not my thing at all.
Now it's interesting in the same year we have Mortal Kombat and we have Street Fighter. Who will win?
Oh, I had no idea that they're going to doing another Street Fighter movie. I didn't know that.
So Warner Brothers is doing Mortal Kombat 2, Paramount and Legendary are doing Street Fighter. If Paramount buys WB, they can have a crossover.
They
They
can. They
they can
can.
seriously just do a fucking and they should.
They
If
should.
either movie, if both are good, if they're worth it.
Yeah. Then put it on the shelf and forget it.
But this has an interesting cast. I don't know who this guy is, but I know he's from that Black Adam movie.
Oh, I didn't. I
He's
didn't.
also playing young Rambo in the new Rambo prequel. Noah Gregory
That's right. They're doing a
Centineo.
Rambo prequel.
So he's in it. Jason Momoa is also in it, by the way. Roman
Oh, cool.
Reigns, who is from the popular
Mhm.
guy in the WWE, who I haven't
Nice.
seen act very much, but he has a good physical presence. Orville Peck. I don't know a lot of these people, but fucking 50 Cent is in it. Andrew Schultz, who is a
Ah,
comedian. Cody Rhodes, another WWE
oh my
guy.
god.
I'm interested in this because I played the game. I played Mortal Kombat and I played Street Fighter as a kid. So I
Mm.
love the Raul Julia one with Van Damme. It's such a cheesy kind of
Yeah, yeah.
movie.
It's such a classic. Yeah. No, but when I was a kid, I played Mortal Kombat and Tekken when I was a kid.
Do you know that during the original Street Fighter movie, there was some dude whose job was only to get cocaine for Jean Claude Van Damme. Van Damme was high on coke that whole
Mm.
movie. In every shot of that
Really?
movie, you see that man. He is high as fuck on coke.
Really?
He had like
Oh,
that's how he functioned at one point in his career. Just a
that's
total cokehead. And
oh my
Raul
god.
Julia was like, I think he was sick at the time because he lost a lot
Yeah,
of
he was
weight.
dying.
He gives the best performance in a shitty film you'll ever see.
Yeah, he does.
There's
No,
a
because
famous speech where he talks about that day when your parents were. He's saying to
Van
uh
Damme,
no, what's I gotta look up her name because she's a great actress. Ming
Ming
Na
Na
Wen.
Wen.
He's saying to Ming Na Wen, he goes, "That day when we raided your family's village and we killed your parents, to you that was the most important day of your life. To me, it was just a Tuesday." Fucking
Oh,
great speech, man, and such a crappy kind of movie, but
yeah. No, but
it's a
no,
cult
but it's
classic in a way because it's so
no, but
cheesy.
it's
It's
yeah.
good.
No, but it's legend that Ralph Julia did that last movie for his kids
Yeah,
because he was dying of stomach cancer if I'm not mistaken at the time.
yeah, he was sick at the time. Yeah, it was I think one of his last movies, if
Yep.
not his last. This Cat in the Hat in November. Who gives a shit about this?
I don't
The
care.
Dr. Seuss stuff doesn't do very well, does it?
No,
These
not
sheep
really.
and all this stuff in November. I mean, Hunger Games has potential, but like,
Mm,
I don't know anybody who likes this stuff anymore who's interested.
I don't know.
The Hunger Games, enough with this stuff. Feed the kids already. God.
You feed the kids. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Now, this is an interesting one at the end of November. Narnia, the Magician's Nephew, Greta Gerwig,
Is
who
it?
pushed for this to be in theaters. So it
Oh
will be in theaters
God.
for like 2
Uh,
weeks.
Greta Gerwig after Barbie had a blank check. She could do whatever she fucking wanted to do. And what in the world possessed her to say, I want to do a Narnia movie with Netflix? What is wrong with you?
I mean, it could, who knows? It could be good. Netflix pumps a lot of
Yeah,
money into their stuff. They have, like, what was that? The Electric State
let's just stay. Yeah.
was like one of the most expensive movies ever made. And I got through like a half an hour of it. And I'm like, this movie sucks.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie. Electric.
The, the Russo brothers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Every movie they direct that's not an Avengers movie is not very good.
Yeah. It
Sad to
looks like
say.
it looks like the magic sauce. It looks like the magic sauce for the Russo brothers is Kevin Feige.
A Jumanji sequel in December. Who
Oh, cool.
cares?
I like
Because
it.
there's nothing on it really at this point. It's too far off. But here's another
Uh, There it
guaranteed
is.
billion if it's any good.
There it
Avengers
is.
freaking Doomsday, baby.
Yep. And yeah. Yep.
What you are you looking forward to this? Or are you done with the MCU?
I know. You know what? I am. I'm mildly interested for this, but I'm more interested in the movie down below. The next movie, Doom Part 3. I'm madly looking forward to that. But I am mildly interested in um Avengers Doomsday. Mildly interested.
Yeah, stack cast. Like, did you
Yeah.
just I mean,
Oh my
it's
god, look at this.
crazy.
Crazy, look at that. Absolutely insane.
Anyway,
Jesus, look
yeah, let's go and write down because I
yeah,
can't remember how
no,
much the last movie
yeah,
made,
yeah, I'm so
but I
excited
know
for
the
this.
first one didn't make its nut
No.
because it was day and date. It was during
Yep,
that
it was.
time.
Yeah, COVID time, yep.
So the last
Yeah,
one, 715 million. I can't see it doing much better in the third one.
better than
Maybe
that?
the same amount, a little bit more. I didn't really
Mhm.
like Doom Part 2 all that much.
Yeah, I
I
listen
like the last half I like the last 40 minutes or so. I was like, "Yeah, that now we're talking." But
yeah, yeah.
I remember and people say the first one's boring. I'm like, "No, the first one's fuck, I
No,
got right into that." And then
yeah, yeah.
I
The first
kept
one
dozing. I was trying to stay awake, dude, during the fucking second one in theaters. And I was like,
and you
"Wait a
just
second.
couldn't?
People are gushing over this like it's the second coming of Jesus." And like, I'm not buying it, man. But when Timothy Chalamet at the end goes all fucking aggro,
Yeah, aggro.
it's like, "Oh, I'm the fucking motherfucker, blah, blah." I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Okay, I can see where this and this movie's gonna be different, dude. It's gonna be way different if I
Yes, in the
understand
book,
how
yeah.
it goes.
Mhm. No, I
Gonna be a lot
listen,
of got a lot of people dying."
yeah, yeah, I love Dune. I love Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2 so much that I actually when they got together, when it was available on digital, I stitched the 2 movies together because the first Dune is all set up, and Dune Part 2 is the payoff to all the setup in the first one. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that because Denis Villeneuve is such a skilled filmmaker. He's
Yes,
up there
he is.
with Nolan. He's
Yep.
up there with Ridley Scott. He's up there with
Yeah.
Spielberg, Cameron.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
and also yeah, and also, just on a personal note, I was like I was so mortified that the Academy didn't, um nominate him for best achievement in directing for Due Part 2. So I think that he's gonna get his gold man for Doom Part 3. I think it's gonna be like a Lord of the Rings situation. Uh if yeah, if you guys remember that. Listen, I could be wrong though. I could be wrong.
it could be like that because I mean, a lot of people would argue that Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and Return of the King are three equally good movies that each deserve Best Picture wins,
Yeah.
and that could have very well been the case. But I think when they gave it The Godfather and then they gave it The Godfather Part Two,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know, they just didn't want to do that with sequels anymore. Like, okay,
No.
I and you know, to be fair, there's competition, and I think when they gave it to Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, yeah, it was like not only for that movie, but it was partially for the
For the
trilogy
other
as a
two.
whole, as an
Right.
accomplishment unto itself. And I think Dune 3, barring any other competition in the Oscars in 2027, could potentially be like the best picture winner with the best director winner, Denis Villeneuve. And it's like, yes, it's for this movie, but
It's also for the
symbolically,
other
it's
two.
also for the whole deal because we
Right.
didn't give it to you before. Not only that, we didn't even nominate you one time. Did he get it for
Nope.
the first movie?
No.
Did he get
No, I
nominated for?
didn't.
No, shit. That's
No,
weird.
no, what? No, 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 I didn't. Also, not to look too far into the future, but after Denis Villeneuve is done playing in the sand with Dune, he's gonna do a little. He's gonna do a little James Bond movie that I'm so excited about because I'm a massive James Bond fan. So I can't believe that he's gonna be directing the next Bond film. Like I'm so excited for that.
Dude, that totally slipped my mind. I'm
Oh,
like,
it did.
oh
I'm so
yeah,
glad you
yeah,
remember.
he is doing that like soon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I believe that as soon as he finishes Dune, he's gonna take like maybe like a few months off, and he's gonna go right into that. I think.
And I was gonna Amazon MGM Studios announced in June 2025 that the company had selected Villeneuve to direct the 26th James Bond film with an expected release date in 2028. Yeah, he grew up
Yeah.
watching the Bond films with his father. Ever since Doctor No was Sean Connery, he's a diehard fan. It's sacred
Yep.
territory to him, and he wants to honor the tradition and open the path for many new missions to come.
Oh,
He'd
he's gonna
actually
do.
been previously offered to direct No Time to Die in 2021, but declined in favor of directing Dune.
Oh, really?
No
Oh, I
Time to
didn't know.
No Time to Die was the better one. Better was one of the better ones of the Daniel Craig
Daniel
era.
Craig.
It's certainly better than Spectre
Spectre.
and Quantum of Solace.
Well, yeah,
But
yeah.
nothing ever
Quantum.
beat Casino Royale. Nothing ever
No,
got to that level and was
no,
better.
no. Quantum of Solace was just a disaster. Like it was. Quantum of Solace will give you a neurological disease. The way that it's edited is so awful.
It's really almost unwatchable visually. It's just so
Yeah.
shaky and
Yeah. Yeah.
poorly
Spectre.
edited.
Yeah. Yeah, Spectre, I can give a pass on because I do. I'm the guy that really appreciates the relationship that they tried to set up with Marilyn and Bond, going from Spectre to No Time to Die. I really appreciate that relationship. Not a lot of people, not a lot of not a lot of Bond fans do, but I do.
I'm missing one. What's the one with Javier Bardem?
Oh,
That's the second
that's
best. That's the
Skyfall.
third
Skyfall. That's
Skyfall.
Skyfall.
So
That's Skyfall.
so Skyfall is the second best.
Mhm.
No Time to Die is the third best. Casino Royale is the best, and Quantum of Solace and Spectre are not that good,
Or
but like
bring out
Spectre's
the rear.
better than Quantum for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Bring out the rear. No, but yeah, yeah. Skyfall is amazing because Skyfall really delves into. It's the first movie in the franchise in the franchise proper to delve into Bond's past and where he came from, and also it's spoilers here for that movie if you haven't seen it, but it's when Bond loses his one of his most trusted allies in M.
Yeah, and it's the only Bond movie to use the F word.
Uh, yeah.
It's
Oh
barely
yeah, that's
audible, but uh, M says it before she dies. Um, Also, I like that Home Alone ending. Like they rigged the house for the bad guys.
yeah, yeah. They read the houses. Awesome. Well, no, so McCabe, why are you guys here? Well, there's some men and they're coming to kill us unless we kill them first. Like, that's just great.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's so good. I'm a
Home-
big Bond fan, guys, so you'll have to forgive me.
I can't wait to see who they cast as Bond. And if I
All right,
hear
yeah.
one more person suggest Idris Elba, I'm
He's
gonna
too
lose my
old.
mind.
He's too old.
Even Idris Elba himself is like, guys, I'm in my 50s. He's like
It's over.
they're casting. He would have been good in the mid 2000s. He could if they didn't do Daniel Craig and they went with him. I think it
Yeah,
really
it
could have
wasn't.
worked.
Yeah,
But he could play he could play Felix Leiter or he could play a Bond villain. But even
that'd be
Felix
really
is around the same age as Bond, so if they're going to do a young Bond, they have to do a young Felix.
cool.
But yeah, just imagine if they announced the new Bond movie. Okay, here's our new Bond, some whatever guy, whoever he is, but the villain's going to be Idris Elba because we you want him in a Bond movie, but we can't really make him Bond because of the age thing. Uh, make him a villain or make him M.
Oh, that'd be great.
What about Idris Elba's M? Like
That'd
that'd
be
be
really
cool
that'd be really interesting
because it
if
this is going to be a full on reboot though, so they're going to recast everything. Miss
no, yeah.
Moneypenny, if they're whatever. All right, well,
All right, man.
we've got an hour and a half talking about Star Trek: Strange New
Oh,
Worlds and the movies of 2026.
yeah.
It's been a
And
lot of
James
fun,
Bond.
and James
Yeah,
Bond.
yeah.
Uh, so what's next in Star Trek land is probably going to be Academy January, February, or March of 2026.
It's gonna be early,
Let's
I
hope
think.
that let's hope it's good. Please,
Yeah.
please be good.
Fingers crossed, right?
All right. Thank you for joining me, Marcelo, and thank everybody who tuned in tonight to watch us.
Yep.
Until next time, live long and prosper.